That's the feeling.
Oh yeah.
YouTube, I'm gonna go up and top this leaning tree. It's a good one for the side snip method that we talk about sometimes when you don't want to get a tree barber-chairing when you're way up there. This is the tree, but it's quite tall and it bows way out. By the time I go to topping it, it's gonna have a ton of weight out there, more than a ton. And those are gonna be straining on the fibers. We'll make a face cut and then come in from the side and then let her buck. Okay, YouTube, here we are in the top. A little bit of wind. That ain't cool. So, gonna pop it out toward the wires. I think it's short enough, but the trick on this thing is that you don't barber chair it and get it in your face and die it. These things are sketchy when they're bowed out like this. So I'm gonna snip up the sides, and I don't know if the camera will do it any justice, but you know, it's a thing we do, and it makes you think, so I'm just sharing it. So put the helmet cam on my head, I guess. If you're really paranoid, you can give yourself kind of a guard against barber chair by tying it like this. This is just a little extra when this thing starts pushing on me.
It's like as the top's going forward, your whole stem's gonna be moving backwards. It's like that weird feeling where you're like, everything's moving and you're trying to maintain focus in one spot. It's all about the cut.
So I've already made this video, but I kind of went back into the edit so I could tell you the obvious, which is you don't want to do this big top like this. You don't want to push the stem really hard with the weight of the top if your tree is of questionable constitution, if it's not a good strong spar, or if the anchorage of the root system is bad, or if it's just a weak species or something. These things are really noodly, so you can get away with a lot. You've probably seen the picture of the guy with the palm, the video of the guy with the palm tree. That, I mean, those things are noodly too. I mean, that was a really big ride. But yeah, it goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. If your spar is questionable, weak, dead, rotten, root system bad or whatever, don't go pushing on it really hard with a big top, because it needs to be strong under you.
Are you alive, August?
Oh yeah! I love that shove.
Yeah, I
know. It was binding when I was cutting the face cut.
I thought it might have been, because I saw you kind of like trying to get
Yeah, it had a lot of weight out there. So YouTube, all I have is this post. See, by violating the growth rings here and here, then it couldn't split out and come back toward me, theoretically.
Oh yeah.
try to put it right through there. People are always wanting to show the lowering device, so Adam's gonna lower this log. It's probably like a 7-footer here under the bucket. This is the RC 2000. Actually over 8 feet. So this is the RC 2000, the Reg Coats design. Rope goes in here, then around the back, and these are so that you can take quarter or half wraps. You can come off the end of it at just the right wrap so that you don't over wrap. Damien's terminology is perfect for that. He says that with those 4 pegs off the end, it tunes it. So you can tune your wrap to a quarter wrap at a time. And most quarter wraps I used before I got this one, actually all of them, they all flop down. This is a cool idea to hold it in the upright position. I prefer gloves for lowering in case I get it wrong, you know. I like to wear gloves, but you can, if you have it dialed perfectly, you can do it without them. Total anti-climax, but it really does make it easy to have the quarter wrap tuned right. And you kind of get the hang of it by using it. This is like total tree stuff 101 here. I'm not trying to act like we're doing anything special. We're just doing stuff that we do. Damien said his saw was starting to bind up there, so I'm gonna send him mine. And look, it's got jerky.
Okay, it's gonna drag through that stuff a little bit. Sometimes it's like I just see it just so tensioned, just ready to pop. Like a crane kick, but it's not lifting.
Take a little bit of this wrap off. So here's how much wrap I had here. Way tons of command, maybe a little bit more. I probably would have been better with more like this, or maybe even more like this. But you don't want to mess around with them wires, and so once it was out in the clear zone, it didn't much matter if it wasn't a run. It didn't have to run to the ground like they sometimes do. YouTube this one. So the lowering device is the standing end of the rope would kind of be in the path too much for this. So it's only, I think, probably the last piece we're gonna rig. Anyway, so I just took the rope this way and we do it old school around a tree. Everybody knows that one, right? And then once it clears out in here, I'm just gonna let it go. Just like that Disney song, Let It Go. Let it go, let it go. This oak always bothered me anyway. One wrap around the pine was total control. The end of the rope hit my Cena and turned it off. Got another one on the pine here. Once it's committed, I'll probably just let the rope go. One of the nice things about these rigging rings, you don't care if you bomb them. It don't matter, it's over. Nice stump, Damien, and good job today.
I noticed I was, right after I came in, I was a little high on this side.
Yeah.
So I was trying to get my tip to dive down a little bit to match a little better on that side.
Looks good. Looks good. Cuts nice. What is that husky doing in there? Where did that come from? Time to go home. You know, when I bought this truck, I was looking for not a crew cab, just a standard cab, but I couldn't find the one I wanted, and then I ended up getting this thing for cheaper. So it's kind of a good deal I got on this. It's nice. I would never have hooked the Axe 19 up to that black 3/4 ton dually Ford that we were running. So boy, it's super nice to have good stability, everything nice and tight going down the road, you know. It's safer, better for the soccer moms and minivans.